Welcome, everybody, to the Heavy Leather Topless Dance Party. If you haven't seen our show before, it's a little rock and roll dance party. We're going to have music. We're going to have burlesque. We're going to have Satanists. It's going to be a great time. Before we get there, let me introduce everybody.
Just in time for Easter.
Also, Stacey's back, and she's not wearing any underwear.
So don't look, just in case.
So keep those legs.
I can't believe I've gotten
clamped.
here.
Or don't. Do whatever
Or
you
don't.
want.
Do whatever you want. We're
Feels
on at 10
nice.
p.m.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
We have that freedom now.
How did we get?
A long series of mistakes,
Okay,
really.
all right.
Yeah.
It's fine. She was in Florida for the week, and she came back without any underwear.
0.
My name is Ken. You might know me as the frankly legendary rock and roll writer, Sleaze Grinder. And this, everybody, this is the last gang in town to my right. There she is, everybody. Tamarica Showgirl. It's Elsa Riot.
Yeah!
To my left, the Chachi to my Fawns, the Jesse to my Walter. It's Stacy DC, everybody.
Yeah!
To my other left, there they are, everybody. The kings of the nighttime world. It's the Black Leather Lagoon.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hi!
What a show tonight, all the way from Conway, New Hampshire. Way of the Headband is here.
Sweet.
Look at him. Way of the Headband. Two plus hours to get here.
Incredible.
Well worth it. Also, one of our all-time faves, Jessica Barstis is here.
Yes.
She's performing with the Black Leather Lagoon. Also, tonight, the Satanic Temple is here.
Yeah!
They are here to talk about their new documentary, Hail Satan, ?
Hail Satan.
You're going to watch the documentary, and then you're going to decide for yourself whether to hail Satan or not hail
Wow, Chris.
That was straight into the mic, right? Dang.
Satan. Chris and Justin are back, too, everybody.
Hey! You let us out on parole.
Also, look at Sam's outfit tonight.
Oh, my God.
Killer.
That coat, those pants.
I love a wide leg like that.
May give you a clue to at least to the decade of which tonight's performance belongs. Little something. Hey, Stace, since you spent the weekend in Florida, you want to give us any highlights before we begin the show?
I want to know more about the underwear thing.
I
okay.
was pretty messed up the entire time, so I don't know if any of this is real. But
There we go.
I believe I swam with alligators and poisonous snakes.
Oh my God.
Okay.
What else did I do? I went boating. There was a lot of speeding involved.
Okay.
Drinking and driving a little bit.
Okay.
So just all terrible things you shouldn't do.
All sounds like Florida to me.
Yeah, I was going to say, those are the things we confine to Florida.
Yeah. So
Well, I'm glad you survived.
it's just
Me too.
exactly what you think it would be, you know?
And Elsa wants to know a little bit more about the underwear situation.
So I had a lot of outfit changes today, but somehow I never managed to put underwear on. Like seriously,
I
forgot
thought-
every time.
I thought that was connected to the Florida
Oh,
thing.
like a mistake.
Yeah.
Well, no. But I do. Oh, also, I have a tick somewhere in my hair. So if anybody during the break wants to help me find it, I'm freaking out a little bit.
What's its name?
I should name it at this point.
If you had a tick in your head, it's in there now. It's never getting out.
It's not embedded as.
It's
I don't
part- it's
know.
part
I
of
need
you
help.
now.
I need someone to
How
rub
do
my
you
head.
think? Why do you think there's a tick in your head?
Because someone saw it in there 2 different times, different
Why didn't
days.
they take it off for
because
you?
it's scurried away, but it's not embedded. It's just like living in my hair.
Ugh.
All right, so here's what we'll do. Wait
A reward. If you can find the tick, I
talking?
will. Yeah. Keep talking.
We could try to
No
interview the
problem.
tick.
Really?
Yeah!
I'll
Just give over
Venmo
to keep talking,
$5
so-
to anybody who can find the tick.
Yeah, these guys.
Yeah.
Oh
know.
yeah, they know a tick when they see one.
After when they come over later on to the couch,
Yeah.
we'll let them feel
Yeah.
around on your head if you want.
The people on the plane, like we were looking for it in my head, and the people on the plane like thought I was talking about lice, so they were really freaking out, and they moved to different seats.
Well, then you don't have to deal with anyone next to you, right?
Yeah, that was they were behind
dope.
me, but yeah.
Elsie, you ever have a tick situation?
I don't know. I don't think
You stay
so.
out of the woods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I stay out of
Oh,
the
yeah.
woods too.
I
No woods, no
Can I
ocean,
take you guys
no
to the
mountains,
woods?
nothing like that.
No,
I took Ken to the woods once, and it was a disaster.
it was plenty. That was enough.
I almost left you on top of that mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have got down that mountain without your help.
I
Did
really.
you go dressed like that?
I think I saved your life.
No, I think I dressed appropriately. Did I dress appropriately?
You look just like.
I don't think I could picture you any other way.
Right. This is
I don't
how
know.
I go hiking.
Yeah, exactly. Chris, what are you and I doing hiking? We're rock and rollers. What are we?
Fuck that.
Right.
Come
What
on,
are you in
it's-
the woods for? To kill me? No, fuck that.
You guys,
Trick.
just let me take you camping one time.
We did it one time, and it was
That
funny.
wasn't camping.
Dude, let's get high and go
well,
shopping or
camping
something. That
is
sounds
worse
way
though
cooler.
because it's longer. It's doing that but for longer.
Yeah, camping is crazy. Do I have something in my teeth?
Let's check it out. I don't think you have anything in
Looking
your
from
teeth.
here.
I feel like I do.
We're just vamping until there's some sort of technical issue.
What could it be?
What could it be? It looks like it's got something to do with
sounds
cameras.
pretty
and
bad.
There's like
We don't
4
need
people.
cameras.
There's 4 people on the case. Hey, let's ask the Black Little Lagoon how things are going in
Yeah,
Lagoon
what's new,
Land.
you guys?
Hey, you know.
Give us some
pretty
highs
good.
and some
Pretty-
lows.
Pretty
Yeah.
damp and swampy.
Yeah.
And a mold problem.
Yeah.
Fucking terrible.
You got ticks over there?
No ticks. Just like alligators and like spooky swamp stuff, like ghosts.
We have new shoes in the van.
Yeah, new shit.
Yep,
Oh,
new
yeah.
shoes. These are really good. Look at how shiny. Can we get
Wow.
the camera on
Close
this?
up.
Pretty good.
Them's are some good shit kickers.
Those
Speaking
are
of the
definitely
swamp, I'm going to New Orleans in a couple weeks.
What?
Missed the show, but that's my fun new thing. That
What
I'm
are your
gonna go
plans? What's on your bucket list?
do. I mean, just like to eat all the food and walk around and just check it out. We're also going to go see a band called Acid Mother's Temple.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm hip to the Acid Mother's Temple.
yeah, that's my new
Yeah.
thing.
Yo.
all right. That's new and exciting.
That's nothing new, Johnny. Yeah.
All right, are we ready to start the show? No?
We could do this for a little bit longer. I'm cool with that.
All right, looks like maybe we're ready to start. I have no idea what's going on, but
Could somebody signal to us?
somebody.
How
Yeah.
was your weekend, Ken? What were you up to?
Oh, it was a
there is no-
disaster.
Really?
Oh my God.
Really, buddy?
No, it actually wasn't. I went to Satanic Temple, as a matter of fact.
Oh, that sounds nice.
God, are you joining?
No, I'm not a joiner.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm more of a cult leader than a cult follower.
Okay.
that makes a lot of
I
sense.
agree.
So maybe you're
Yeah.
doing some consulting for
But
them?
I feel like I picked up some good pointers at the very least.
Ah.
And are we ready? Oh my God, we're ready, everybody!
Rock and roll!
Wow. Who gives a shit about your weekend? Let's
Yeah,
hear some
exactly.
music.
What a crew! I don't know what they did, but they saved the day, and there they are, everybody. It's the way of the headband.
Yes!
Might be a fever that I'm dreaming, but I'm a believer in what I'm seeing. Don't take these lights, from out of my mind, I'll save them all for a rainy night. Can't catch an itch with my fingertips. It's up just like a kiss that's stuck on my lips. I'm made of shapes that cover space. So take a breath and I'll think of good. cigarette. There's 76 in soda cans. It's so good for your face and so good for your hair. Don't bring me up, don't bring me out without my style, without my style. I'll dig my house from the underground.
the Headband, everybody. Incredible! Wow, what a show. Hey, Way of the Headband, come on over here real quick, and we'll talk to these guys for a couple of minutes. See what makes them tick.
Wow.
That was good.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at this guy.
Look at him.
This is the tallest guy we've ever had on the show. I don't even know if
Really?
I don't know if he's gonna even fit in the frame. He's so big. It's really something to see.
The technique is you get
Here we go.
nice
Yeah,
and sweaty.
everybody.
These guys
Is
all
that
look
the
like
idea?
they're in a
I'm
different
probably more
band
sweaty
from
than
each
you,
other.
Well, they all got their own. They're individuals. They've got their own
I
individual
know, we
styles.
support that.
Here's what we're gonna do. So quickly, everybody, you can pass around the microphone there, Stace. Yeah, if you say your names and also tell us if you've ever walked out of a theater during a movie. Let's hear it. Here we go.
Yeah, my name is Adam.
Yep.
And actually, one time,
Okay.
particularly bad date, I walked out. I think it was the last Austin Powers movie.
Oh yeah. Okay. That
Maybe
makes
like 15
sense.
minutes in, she wasn't having it, and I didn't really give a shit, so we left.
Gold member, right?
My-
Oh, is this stuck? Yeah, I can lean in a little bit, guys.
There we go.
My name's Marshall, and
Yeah.
actually, I did recently walk out, and this may be unpopular, but it was Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh my God! You didn't like.
Shots.
Tell me it was to F a girl.
No, it was
Or
not.
anybody.
This guy didn't like Bohemian
I
Rhapsody.
didn't like Bohemian Rhapsody. I thought the casting was fantastic.
All right.
I had a problem with the storyline, I guess.
All right.
But we're not going to
Let's keep
about
going.
Bohemian Rhapsody, are we?
Let's keep going.
My name's Andrew. I think I walked out on Cheaper by the Dozen.
Interesting.
Didn't get your money's worth.
No,
Okay.
no.
All right.
Seems fair.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Orion, and I apparently have my own company, Orion Pictures.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I've had Constellation named after me,
Yeah.
but unfortunately haven't been to enough movies to walk out of any.
Okay. Good. All right. Good for you. They're a complete waste of time anyway.
Oh, Ryan and Marshall? What?
Great names.
You guys are from the North Country.
Let me ask you guys something. Can you is the Way of the Headband? Is that something you can teach us? Is it like
Yeah.
a martial art?
Oh,
or?
we have a headband here.
So there's a couple guidelines.
Okay, here we
we
go.
define it by kind of what it's not. You know, like
Yeah.
we know it. We know it.
I'm out.
We know it when we see it. You know.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, sometimes things are definitely not the way of the headband.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we have a
All
little
right.
saying that's to right the wrongs and make them right. So like,
Okay.
but right, like if you're writing them. So whenever
Yeah.
try to embrace the mistakes. So that's part of the way, I think. Having fun, being a little silly is part of the way.
Is there?
Wow, this guy does drugs, huh?
Yeah, I do. I've been known to do pot. It's been known.
Are you pro every kind of headband, or are there headbands that you will say?
Yeah,
no
I
to?
mean, we're not snobs.
Okay.
What about a big feather? I think you have some of
I
those
would,
also.
we would love that. We actually
Support us.
we spent we're releasing an album on Saturday, so we spent all last night making headbands for the first time, which seemed
my
like this
God.
great idea.
Yeah.
Without Marshall's help.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you guys pulling that off.
Shout out
we had
to
a lot of
Moselle.
Extreme pressure.
If our friend Moselle is watching, she came and crushed it and sewed headbands.
What
like
did you
I've never
do?
seen.
So you know how to sew, Marshall.
I don't know how to sew. My girlfriend Moselle helped us sew.
Moselle?
That was huge. Yeah, Moselle.
Okay.
Moselle, Marshall. We got
That's
crazy
enough,
names.
boys.
Everybody's got crazy names.
We're not making this up.
Something from the Hampshire. All right, we're really running low on time, so we'll find out more about Way of the Headband in just a little bit. So get out of here for now.
Yeah,
Way
they
of the
have a
Headband.
big
There
album
we go.
release.
There we go.
We
gotta-
can't forget about that.
No, we won't. We'll talk all about the album in just a few minutes. By the way, speaking of headbands, I started running again recently, but when I was running,
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. When I was running before, I decided to get one of those
The sweatbands?
the sweatbands.
Because you sweat.
No
you sweat?
way.
And then Stacy was like, "No, you are not. You are not going outside."
you have
with
no
that."
hair, so it doesn't catch the sweat. It
No,
just
I feel for you.
is it like a waterfall?
It's just like a waterfall. So
Aw.
I figured I'd get one, and she was like, "Nope, you're not doing that."
She's right. Yeah,
I
she's
thought it
right.
looked cool, but she didn't think so.
I'm
Every-
sure you look cool, but she's right. Okay.
She's right. I know.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, listen. It's time to switch gears. We've got something very exciting happening on this stage right here.
I can
I-
see it, and you
I-
can't.
I
and
hope
it's so
you're-
good.
I hope you're prepared, everybody, with the Black Leather Lagoon. Here she is. It's everybody's favorite, Jessica Barstis.
Yes.
When I get to the bottom, I go back to the top of the slide. And I stop and I turn and I go for a ride. And I get to the bottom and I see you again. Do you, don't you want me to love you? Coming down fast, but I'm miles above you. Tell me, come on, tell me, yes, I say no answer. Helter skelter, helter skelter, helter skelter. Do you, don't you want me to make you? Coming down fast, but don't let me break you. Tell me, can't take you, baby, I'll never put you in no dancer. Helter skelter, helter skelter, helter skelter. I'm looking out! Here she goes. Bottom and I get to the top of the slide. And I stop and I turn and I go for a ride. And I get to the bottom and I see you again. Oh, yeah. Do you, don't you want me to make you? Coming down fast, but don't let me break you. Tell me, yes, so you baby, I love it, but you ain't no dancer. Helter skelter, helter skelter, helter skelter. I'm looking out! The helter skelter. It's coming down fast. Oh, she's coming down.
Jessica Barstis, everybody.
I mean, Easter
Wow.
is truly coming, folks.
It really is. All right.
with paper towels.
All right.
What just happened?
I
Wow, get a load of that stage she left behind. It looks like
can we get a shot of that stage? Last week that stage was covered with bananas,
Yeah.
and now
Something new every time.
is
Now
that
it's covered with-
jelly?
that's
No, it's Jello.
Jello.
Delicious.
How's
Alright.
it taste?
all right.
Don't
Come-
clean it up. Oh, you're putting clothes on? Oh, you're getting okay.
I always have my like that.
Don't worry, it'll get cleaned up. Jessica, come sit down and hang out with us for a little bit here, and then we will.
Tried to bring something so that I wouldn't get shit all over the couch again.
Oh,
That's all right.
thanks.
That's kind of the MO now. We get it. All right, Jessica, welcome back to the show. That was quite a display. That's
That was so hot. That was so good.
let's switch gears real quick and ask her about how our podcast is going.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Can I say that?
Yes, you can. Yes, you're good.
Your podcast.
So you
Les-
love it.
It's
We're not
called
like when-
Les Chat.
Yes, our podcast is called Les Chat.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it is going okay, but we got super derailed
Yeah.
because of a bunch of different things.
Okay.
But we just kept forgetting to record. And then, like, the dog accidentally got high, and so we forgot to record. And then I was...
What? What do you
Did that
mean?
make for a better like podcast story
It
though?
made for something to talk about. So
what
that
happened
was...
to your dog?
So I was at work, and I left for like 45 minutes to go to lunch with somebody. And I came back, and everyone looked at the dog, and they were like, wow, she's been really weird. And she tried to stand up. She kept like falling over and like whatever. And I'm flipping out. Like I was like, oh my God, my dog is going to die. Because this is the first dog I've ever had. And I don't know, like.
And it's a puppy.
Yeah, she's a baby. And it was really scary. So I'm like freaking out. I'm like calling Lirsa in the Uber, like, she's going to die. She just can't. And the dog is like, it like knocked out in my arms, like full force, snoring, tongue is out, like drooling everywhere.
Okay.
I'm crying like Meryl Streep in Sophie's Choice, like just like living my life. I know it's really specific. And
that means you do it a lot.
And I get to the vet's office and she takes the dog and she comes back and she's like, so I have a question for you.
Yeah.
And you can be honest with me. And I was like, yep. And she's like, is there any possible way that your dog could have gotten marijuana today? And I was like, oh my God, like maybe, like I have no idea. But she's like, yeah, this is just classic signs of marijuana toxicity. So the dog, I'm sitting here thinking the dog is dying, and the dog was just really high.
I just want to know, was it like a cookie or some
we
bud?
still don't know.
You don't know.
Mushroom?
Maybe
Could
your
there
dog
be-
has his own guy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think you need to do an intervention.
Yeah, right? She's 6 months old now.
She's
She needs to know
hit
about
rock
the dangers.
bottom.
Also, one of you dressed up like the Easter Bunny and took pictures with your dog. Is that right?
No, that was someone from PetSmart. But it was really creepy. He didn't put the gloves on to like take a picture with her, so it's like an Easter bunny
So
with like just
with
man
human hands?
holding the dog.
Will you take a
Yeah, if you think I'm nightmare fuel right now, come on.
Oh my God. You should take a picture with your dog just like this. And
Yeah.
put
She
it
was
up.
not stoked when I came, when I was getting ready. Like, she was like, who are you? What, you smell like mom, but you don't look like her.
All right, Jessica, stay here because I think this is also perfect for Jessica to be here when the
this
Satanists
is a
come.
great
And by the way,
segue.
I'm glad the Satanists left, and I thought maybe they had just split. And I was like, now
Another
that, now
what
that-
I was really
exactly
worried I was
were they
going
doing?
to
But-
offend them.
we'll find out what they were doing, but also that would be a really satanic thing to do.
That
just
would
to
be
split
pretty
on
cool.
you. So what we're gonna do first is they're here because their new documentary is coming out, I believe, this weekend. We're gonna show you the trailer. It's called Hail Satan with a question mark, and so we're all gonna turn our attention. Stacey, you ready to play the trailer? And then when the trailer is over, the Satanists will be here. So are you ready? Here we go. Here's the trailer for the upcoming documentary. Somebody give me yeah, okay, thank you. Here's for the upcoming documentary. Should be out this week. It's Hail Satan, everybody.
It's a beautiful day here at the state capitol. Great day to be a Satanist. I believe it, and I'm very excited about it. We're not what you think we are.
Satanic Temple was an idea between a handful of people directly confronting authority.
This makes life fun.
State officials have put up a 10 Commandments monument on government property. Satanists are demanding equal rights.
I am a tax-paying member of Arkansas, and I don't want that there.
They just want to irritate.
The Satanic Temple says, and you also need to put up our monument to Satanism.
As a Satanist, I believe that confronting injustice is an expression of one's satanic faith.
You see Christian theocracy just creeping itself into our government, and it is our duty to stand up to this.
We want people to evaluate the United States being a Christian nation. It's not. We are supposed to be a nation that doesn't allow the government to dictate what is appropriate religious expression.
Satanists sue Missouri.
If we're being sued by the Satanic Temple,
we gotta be doing something right.
It's our goal to shut down their agenda, which is to bring death and destruction.
You guys are horrible people.
Is this how everyone that's different is treated?
It is out of not only Satanism, but patriotism that I am motivated.
Satanism is looking out for the other, because we are the other.
I am following a code of ethics, having fellowship with brethren. Why can't that be a religion?
We do indeed invoke Satan.
We have gone from 3 people to 50,000.
There's no doubt that this is my life's work.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hey! And here they are, everybody. It's the Satanic Temple. Yeah! I mean, not the whole temple, but Some of them. Here they come.
Important
Here they come.
constituents.
Everybody, come on, squeeze in. Everybody. All right, here they are, everybody. One of these guys lost an eye since the last time.
Oh
we
my God!
saw him.
Wow, this is not that mannequin's night.
What happened?
She's having a bad day.
Helter
Inappropriate
skelter.
move, mannequin.
Right.
Keep your hands off of me.
All right, everybody. Stacy, can you find out which Satanists we have with us this evening?
Oh, I thought you were going to say which one lost their eye.
No. I know which one lost his eye.
I'm Matt.
There's Matt.
I'm Brandon.
There's Brandon.
Husam.
There's Chrisan. Chrisan? Husam.
And I'm Jill.
And there's Jill. And Jill, by the way, is actually in. You're in the movie.
Yeah, so everyone here is in the movie.
Everybody here is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all in.
Yeah. Some of us are.
Do you remember your line?
Something about being a loser
Yeah,
and
you were
corporate buzzwords.
Yeah.
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah. Well, you said you were. I think you said you were a loser who
You're
read
a
too
horrible
many books.
person, Jill.
Aw.
Yeah,
I had to. It was fun.
Wait. So everybody made the cut. That's here tonight. That's incredible.
There was so much filming though, so they cut so much out. There's whole swaths of chapters that didn't make it. But we were lucky because we're the nerds,
Yeah.
and they really wanted to like film and
Nice.
capture like what does a meeting look like, and how do we conduct ourselves. So that's why we made the cut. Otherwise, I don't think we're all that exciting.
So they didn't miss any like super satanic things that you did? Were there any shots that you were like, come on, that was so Satan?
Personally, no.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
wow.
These guys are all involved in the corporate side of Satanism. The spreadsheets and the
Google Docs
Yeah,
and
they-
folders.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
somebody.
Finally, the nerds had their 15 minutes, you know, buddy?
But I think that this is a really eye-opening documentary that really should. And one of the things that I think that I saw the documentary. It comes out when?
So I think officially throughout the United States it comes out today.
Oh my God! Today.
But locally it'll come out I think next weekend, the 28th.
Where can we see it? Coolidge.
Yeah.
My favorite one.
Is that your favorite?
Except the curtain never opens when I'm there.
Yeah, that's
Other than that, and I always have to leave.
That's
but
happened
other
to me
than
before
that,
too. It's like, all right, everybody, go home. We can't open the curtain.
just get rid of the curtain.
But I'm sure that won't happen when you go to see Hail Satan? ?
It won't.
Don't forget that you gotta remember the question mark.
Well, it's
It
not a
makes
question for me.
I know it's not a question for you, but I'm saying that it makes it a little awkward when you're talking about the movie because you have to say
Hail Satan?
right, exactly.
I like it.
Because you're not sure at the beginning. You're not sure whether you want to hail Satan, and in the end, you make the decision about whether you actually want to hail Satan or not. And one of my favorite parts is chapters started shooting up everywhere. How many chapters are there now?
I don't know. There's so many.
You're the one with the spreadsheet, man.
Gee, I would love to track chapters and membership, but they don't let me do that.
Okay.
I'll micromanage the shit out of it. There was just like 2 chapters this week that got created, so like it's always happening. There's always something new.
So there was one chapter in Detroit that they talk about in it, and the woman that ran the chapter, she got too satanic, and they had to shut her down. They had
Whoa, what does that mean? What did she do?
One of the lines.
rebel.
Yeah, she was a real rebel, and one of the lines she was doing some sort of performance, and one of the lines is, let's let loose serpents in the governor's mansion and execute the president," which is
oh, that'll get you
you
kicked
can't
right
say
out.
that. You can't.
Yeah, I mean we're.
I was just quoting her. I wasn't just saying that. And then and that got her tossed out. And by the way, yeah, you can think it all you want. You just can't say it. But by the way, how badass is that? Is that you're so far out there you get thrown out of the satanic? Yeah, exactly. You're too. That's pretty cool.
Well, there's a line in every religion. I guess that's theirs.
But it's also a very thought-provoking documentary, and it just shows you the hypocrisy of organized religion, and these guys are, believe it or not, these guys are freedom fighters behind us right now.
Yeah.
By the way,
they're fucking Patriots.
Exactly. And Brandon lost an eye for Satanism. Brandon, go ahead. Tell us about how you lost
come
that,
on, what happened,
that
buddy?
orb. Go ahead, buddy. Yeah.
So I don't know if you can see in the trail there, but when you reach a certain point in your Satanism, eventually you got to give something up.
Right.
So that's the price you got to pay.
That was what you picked first, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, it was that or something else, and that just wasn't happening.
Your eye was the least important, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the main guy, he lost his eye, and now Brandon lost his eye. Who knows what's going to happen next?
Ay.
Right. By the way, no one even knows how the main guy lost his eye.
Does he know? He
I mean,
doesn't
he
tell
knows.
anybody?
He knows, but he
got a
doesn't.
vague idea how to.
He just doesn't tell anybody. Yeah, I mean, you don't just wake up without an eye, I don't think.
It's pretty bad then.
So are you guys going to be, when this thing is going to be in festivals and all this kind of thing, are you guys going to tour all around the country and apostolize?
Yeah, so, well, no, we definitely...
Apostolize? Is that even a word?
We will not evangelize.
Evangelize, okay,
no,
that's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, anti-satanic. No, so it kicked off in Sundance. Matt and I went, and that was...
You went to Sundance, wow.
Yeah, that was a surreal moment.
How many people were in the theater?
Gee, I don't know.
Like 1,000?
No,
Hundreds?
No. So
Dozens?
that's a small city.
Okay.
It was in Salt Lake.
Well, even if it's a small city, there's enough for there to be thousands of people at the...
Well, not in the theater.
Not in the theater.
Yeah.
Whatever, buddy. It's Sundance. It's great.
I don't know what happens in Sundance.
It's a bunch
It could
of
be 1,000 people.
film buffs there, yeah. But and then also the Boston Underground Film Festival hosted us a couple of weeks ago, and all of us went to that, and that was fun.
And you guys did like Q&As?
Yes, yeah, at both of those.
How did it feel to get up in front of everybody?
Luckily, I did not have to do that.
Good for you. Good
I
for
bet
you.
there were some dumb questions there, huh?
You know, we are always fielding dumb questions.
Yeah.
What's
Go
the
ahead.
most regular dumb question?
Yeah.
Oh, here.
There we go.
So I think the most common thing we ever get is, how do you sell your soul to Satan? Oh, yeah, people legitimately want to sell their soul.
As if all of you guys did, so you know how. Is that
yeah.
Okay.
Like they
all right.
actually exchange, like they expect like money.
Oh, yeah.
So they're just broke. Yeah.
Money, power, women, everything you can imagine they want.
And do they think that there's an actual document that you would sign?
I don't know.
How much do they think souls are worth?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I could sell mine, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Should print out some documents.
Yeah. Make a contract, maybe.
Do you think that if you could sell them, they would all be worth the same, or would there be a yeah. How would we?
This sounds like a spreadsheet.
Yeah, certainly.
Oh, and a survey.
Yeah, certainly some of our souls will be
Yeah,
worth
type us
more.
all in and we'll guess. It'll be a fun game.
Like, there's not much morality left to any of us here, but Rui, the teenage intern, I bet he'd be worth a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually have 2 souls. This is true. I got my friend to sell me one.
Oh, wow. A little entrepreneur.
Yeah, Rui bought one, so he knows how to get them.
Yeah,
I
we already
bet
have an
yours
expert.
is priceless, but I mean,
You
it's
think?
priceless for sure.
Thank you for sure. But also, I think another question is that people, because I went and visited you guys
Yeah, that's right.
at the temple. It was fun. Another question I think that people ask a lot is, do you guys actually believe in Satan as an entity? And what is the answer to that?
We do not.
Boom.
We are, I wouldn't call us anti-theists, but we are atheists. So we don't believe in a literal Satan. We don't believe in a God. We don't believe in anything like that. We kind of eschew the supernatural. So it's all based in reason and facts, and that's what we go with.
It's more like a sexy rock and roll atheism, I think. Right? Because that's one of the things that they talked about in the movie is that atheism as a movement on its own, it doesn't have much flair, much pizzazz. You know what I mean? But you throw some it's the same thing, but you throw some demons in there.
Yeah,
Now
sexier.
you got something exciting.
Now I'm interested.
Although it still has a little bit of the air of a sex cult to me, but Jill, how much percentage-wise?
Yep.
How much of the Satanic Temple is actually a sex cult? It's got to be some percentage.
You're gonna ruin all of our secrets.
Okay.
I would say probably 20%.
20%. 20%, everybody.
I'm in.
That's not bad.
Everyone just tends to be super cute.
Wow.
It's like a self-selecting cute cult.
Can I tell you something? I was down there on Friday night, and I have to say, everybody there was
Just
pretty attractive.
cuties?
Yeah, there was just nothing
Bunch
but
of cuties.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, I'm saying that if you went to your average church, I don't know, it depends on the church, I suppose, on a Friday night, maybe not as many attractive people. I don't know how it works, but
I don't know. I've been out of the game a long time, buddy.
yeah, me too. What's the future of Satanism? What are we guys doing? What are the plans?
Oh, back to Brandon.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh, is Brandon the ideas man?
I'm just the guy who gets to talk all the fun
Okay, here we
official
go.
stuff.
Yeah.
So currently in Boston, we are planning for menstruating with Satan again.
Whoa,
So
nice. Tell
that's-
us again what that is.
Yeah. So as you might infer by the name, we gather feminine hygiene products to distribute to women's shelters in the greater Boston area. That was something that was actually started by the Boston chapter that's now spread nationwide to all the other chapters. So that's our next big push.
Sweet.
That'll be starting soon. So just keep an eye on
Send
it.
over your tampons and pads.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. And then
Are you taking Diva Cups?
Oh, yeah.
that is an excellent question.
Because those
But
are
that-
spendy.
That
Yeah.
depends on the person accepting the donations.
Nice. Do you know what a Diva Cup is?
I have no idea what a
All
Diva
right.
Cup is. Does everybody here know, except for me, know what a Diva Cup? Everybody is.
Oh, no, buddy. Rui does.
Yeah,
Rui,
of
do
course
you know what
he's
it
14
is?
years old. Of course he doesn't know. Oh my gosh, Ken, Google it. Google it.
I don't know.
That's true.
Rui
They
just
should.
melted to the ground, I think.
How is it?
I'm calling you health teacher, Rui.
Yeah, your health teacher sucks.
Oh no.
Boy, Rui is really.
Rui, are you having a rough day, bud?
He's living a hard life.
I know, right?
Well, listen, the documentary "Hail Satan." Thank you. Takes a few tries to get it right. "Hail Satan."
Good, that was good.
"Hail Satan."
There we go.
Come on, one more. Thank you. It's out tonight. Tonight.
Yeah.
Woo! So
And
go
catch
out
it at Coolidge.
and
if you're
catch it
local.
at the Coolidge. You guys stay here. You guys play one more song, and then we'll wrap things up. There they are, one more time. It's Way of the Headband.
Thank you guys for having us. This song's called Dressing to Undress, and it goes out to everyone here tonight. I think it's very, very
Dressing to impress, dressing for success. Lately I am just dressing to undress. Dressing to impress, dressing for success. undress. Yeah, 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 yeah. Dress into undress. Ding dong, now.
Fantastic. What a night it's been, but it's that time of the show where we all have to get together and do our plugs. Everybody's here for a reason. They want you to go to their shows and buy their products. So Way of the Headband, you can come back over here, and I think everybody else is here with me. And I have a question, Jessica. Do you think at the end of the day that the dog enjoyed the marijuana and would do it again?
I'm hoping that my child has learned to stay away from drugs, but from experience, the DARE program is not very effective, so we'll have to see.
Well, it's all up to how good your parents are, you know.
Yeah, that's true. It's all parenting. And let me ask you a question, Jill. Yeah, I was thinking about it when I was watching Way of the Headband there. You know how at church, Stace, they will have they have church dances on Saturday nights. You know.
Right.
I'm wondering what about the temple? Would a temple dance? Do you think we could have one of those one of these days?
Are there church dances, buddy?
We were thinking of it was an idea, but it didn't get picked up. Was doing like an impurity ball, where we
Impurity ball. Let's do it here on the show. Can we have an impurity ball?
I don't know what an impurity ball is, but yes, of course we're gonna have one on the show. What is an impurity ball?
It would be like a satanic take on how fathers and daughters have purity dances where the daughter pledges their virginity to their dad.
What?
So this would be the opposite.
Like a confessing your sins, but like
what?
You didn't know this was a thing?
No,
for real. This is like a thing.
Purity balls, bud.
That makes me feel yucky.
Well, we want to make it a positive thing somehow.
Yeah. So all right, figure out the details, and we'll do it right here on the show. Why not?
Yes. Yes.
That's kind of a showstopper. I don't even know where we go from
You
there.
can chew on this later, bud.
How did we get there? Hey, before we get to the plugs, let me tell you that next week, Shock Rockers, Devious Intentions will be here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Adam Barstis will be bringing a circus sideshow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice.
Parisi. I'm sorry, Adam. I blew it. We're also supposed to play some kind of gross game, but I don't think we invented it yet.
We're supposed to do it next week?
Yeah, next week.
You got a whole week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got a whole week.
No problem.
I'm sure we can come. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get to everybody's plugs. Right next to me, in red.
What?
All in red. Replidescent.
Is that me?
In red is Jessica Barstis. Let's find out what's happening in the world of Jessica Barstis.
Yeah. So we just uploaded a new episode of Les Chat, so you can check that out.
What number? What are you up to?
Oh no, 4? Is it
4?
4, babe?
Yeah.
4. Thank you. My stage manager's over there. And hopefully we'll have another one up on Sunday, or maybe Monday, or maybe Wednesday. You'll never know.
I'm gonna say there's a lot of pot in that house. Just a guess.
No. And then also I am opening up a show with the Gold Dust Orphans that opens on May 2nd. You can check us out at the Ramrod Center for the Performing Arts.
Ramrod.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yes, it's Machine, if anybody's ever been there before. And then I'm also doing Punk Rockin' and Pasty Poppin' next month, which is the second Monday of May. Whatever that date is. Yeah, you can always catch me on Instagram, Jessica Dunaway.
Hey, by the way, have I heard that Machine is closing? What's happening with the Machine?
Yes, they are indeed tearing it down and building condos there. Yeah.
Gross.
Yep. It's kind of a bummer. But it's at least surviving for a little while longer. She's still got some life in her. So we'll see. But yeah, she is indeed shutting down.
Machine's a great place. The wife and I used to go to Heroes Night there.
Heroes was great. I don't think they run it anymore. I think they have another drag night
It's at Sonia or whatever now. But it was great at Machine because at Machine you had every combination of makeout on the dance floor possible. You had.
What does that mean? Like sloppy?
No. I'm saying that you have male female makeouts,
okay,
and then female makeouts, and male female like every combination you can think of is happening on the dance floor at Machine. It's a good time.
Do you know that they used to house medical cadavers there back in like the day?
Oh yeah, I can feel it. I can feel it when I'm down there.
It's funny once they all came up.
Wow. Holy smokes. All right, quickly, let's get to Hail Satan. Let's find out more about where we can see it.
So if you're in the Boston area, it'll be at Coolidge starting next weekend. And you can always follow Satanic Temple Boston on Instagram at TST Boston, Twitter, and on Facebook.
Thank you. And let's find out, very importantly, what's happening with Way of the Headband, because they have a new record coming out.
Yeah, this Saturday, 420.
This Saturday.
420.
420, which is some kind of drug reference.
Yeah, I guess. No, it's a Saturday, April. I don't think anything else is going on.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we're having a album release at the Loading Dock in Littleton, New Hampshire. We're releasing our EP Thunderhouse, so check it out. We're going to be releasing it limited physical copies. Go to www.wayoftheheadband.com. Check it out.
Fantastic,
Nice.
everybody.
Littleton. I'm from that area.
I thought
It's
it was
hot.
I thought it was hot as in sexy or hot as in
It's hip.
Okay. I thought it was Littleton, Mass, which is the home of very fine juice, and I was going to ask all about
Juice, buddy?
No, juice.
Right, no, right. I heard that like juice. They're known for their juice.
The very fine juice. The factory is in Littleton.
Do you
Mass.
like their juice?
Oh, that's the name of the brand.
Oh.
I'm not saying that there's a bunch of very fine Jews in Littleton. I'm talking
There
about the
are.
Jews.
I know some of them.
I'm sure there are. I'm just saying specifically that I'm talking about very fine apple juice and mango juice and that kind of
Sometimes
thing.
I feel like I don't know you.
I like juice. What's wrong with
Apple
Juice
juice?
is delicious.
I can't get enough of juice, really.
Peach? Really? That's your go-to?
Yeah.
So wait a minute. The
It's so
EP,
impractical.
the EP is called Thunderhouse, right?
Thunderhouse, that is
Thunderhouse,
correct.
everybody. Why is it called Thunderhouse?
There's a song on it that we play tonight called Thunderhead, and another song called House of Fire, and we put them together. Got Thunderhouse.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right. We're pretty excited about it. I can't speak to Littleton, New Hampshire's juice, but come to the show. We'll do our best. Good beer. We'll have good beer there.
These guys, if you really want juice, Way of the Headband will find
They
a
will.
way.
They'll get it there.
That's really what they're known for. I'm getting the wrap it up signal. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna end the show, and this is how we end the show. We end the what? Oh, I forgot! Quick!
Hey, the gala fucking U.S. Stop by Deadbeat Records. Get our new fucking record, Bad News. Oh, we're taking over fucking Boston. You can see us next May 10th with the Devil Twins, Nemus, and North by North at O'Brien's.
Ah! Black Leather Lagoon! We have a gig on Thursday, May 9th at the Cantab with a bunch of other people. They're awesome, and I forget their names, but we're gonna be there. You should be there too.
Keep going. Wait, hold on. I forgot Elsa. Elsa!
Get You a Babe Who Can Do Both is the show that combines striptease and TED Talks. So it's a showcase that proves that women contribute to the world in many different ways, and that it's possible to be both smart and sexy. That is next Friday, April 26th at the Rockwell in Davis Square at 9:30, and you can find tickets at ulcerite.com.
Boom.
Johnny. Really quick, one of the biggest supporters of this show, Smitty. Hey, Smitty. And the Fez Tones, I'm in his band. May 17th, Friday, Opus with Gene, Dante, and the Future Starlets, and Parlor Val.
There you go, everybody. And now it's the time of the show where we dance, and there they are at the Black Leather Lagoon.